An Alabama cop has been accused of fatally shooting his pregnant girlfriend in the head. She fatally died, and then calling 911 to say that she had committed suicide. David McCoy, 29 years of age, a former Huntsville police officer, was indicted March 24th on capital murder charges in relation to the 2022 shooting and murder of his girlfriend Courtney Spraggins, as well as their unborn baby. Investigators allege that McCoy shot Courtney in the head whilst they were in a parked car outside of his apartment in Huntsville, Alabama, on January the 7th, 2022. When officers turned up at the scene, they found Courtney shot in the head in the driver's seat. David McCoy was there, and he said to responding officers, "I think I've seen her once before," and he suggested that it seemed like she had committed suicide. So, in essence, David McCoy, the alleged shooter, the boyfriend of the victim, Courtney Spraggins, was saying to responding officers that he had never properly met her before. He thinks he might have seen her once around the area, but that was all. It didn't take long for officers to see through that lie as they found a photo of David McCoy inside Courtney Spraggins' car, the victim's car. Further evidence included text messages on Courtney's phone, which described pretty much the events that led to the shooting. Investigators say that Courtney quit her job in December and arrived in Huntsville December the 17th to move in with the ex-cop David McCoy. But he said to her that he needed more time. At that point, Courtney left. She drove from Huntsville to Maryland, and she sent a text message to David McCoy saying, "David, what am I supposed to do? I'm pregnant with your child. What am I supposed to do?" Apparently, David texted back saying, "A bullet to the head sounds good to me." So the boyfriend, the cop who's now an ex-cop, was suggesting that his pregnant girlfriend, Courtney Spraggins, take her own life, and with that, take the life of their unborn child. So the cop was taken in for interview. The interview went on for 5 hours. He came up with multiple different stories, but I'm going to say thankfully at the end of that 5-hour interview, David McCoy did say, "I did it." He admitted guilt. Further evidence includes that David McCoy was tested positive for gunshot residue. Investigators also found a pistol in his apartment, which was not his service weapon. Further to that, investigators found Courtney's phone in a closet in David's apartment. So his initial claims of not knowing who the victim was, 100% utter fabrication. Again, he was the father of Courtney's unborn child. The Daily Mail article that I've gone through has said that David McCoy is charged with 3 counts of capital murder. I don't quite understand. Perhaps I do understand. So I guess, and perhaps I'm wrong on this, but I guess that means 3 counts of capital murder, 1 for Courtney Spraggins, his girlfriend. And if there's 2 more, does that mean she was pregnant with twins? I really don't know. I'm kind of guessing there. Within the article that says unborn baby, singular, but I don't understand why the article is also saying that he's been charged with 3 counts of capital murder. Perhaps there's an error there, or perhaps it is that Courtney was pregnant with twins. I'm going to say full condolences to the family and friends of Courtney Spraggins. The article unfortunately doesn't really tell us too much about Courtney. I'm not aware of any GoFundMe, but she is a complete innocent. Her life taken away from her boyfriend, a cop. Someone whose job it is to serve and protect the community, and he shoots his girlfriend allegedly in the head, kills her, shoots his pregnant girlfriend. Full condolences to the family and friends of Courtney Spraggins. This is going to be particularly painful given that she was pregnant, and perhaps she was pregnant with twins. The blessing here is that David McCoy has been arrested. Having said that, we're told that he's been charged with 3 counts of capital murder. I presume he's remaining in jail. We're not told within the article in regards to any bail or anything like that. So I believe he's been held in jail until his trial. Perhaps there won't be a trial, I'm kind of guessing, but he's admitted. He said, "I did it" in interview. The interview went for 5 hours, lasted for 5 hours. Apparently he lied multiple times, came up with a variety of different stories. On YouTube, I watch a number of interrogations. There are a lot of YouTube channels, and they're kind of addicting watching these interrogations, and you get a feel. You know, you do watch these interrogations when the suspect just lies. They just make up this story, that story. So it's quite believable that a 5-hour interview took place where the cop lied to investigators time and time again. Initially, again, he claimed that he didn't even know his pregnant girlfriend. "Oh, I might have seen her once or twice." He's the one that called 911. "Oh, have you heard a gunfire?" You know, he said that he thought he heard some gunfire. Well, yeah, David McCoy, you did hear some gunfire. You fired the gun. So he's a scumbag, in my estimation. I could be wrong, of course. Don't think so. Well, no, I don't even need to say that. He said that he did it, so I'll take him on on his word. He did it. He's guilty. The blessing is he's in custody. He'll remain in custody. He's almost certainly going to be found guilty if he doesn't enter a plea in any case, which he may, to avoid a trial, to attempt to get a lesser sentence. He may put in a plea deal. Perhaps not, given that he's already admitted it. I don't know how these things work, in all honesty. But either way, I'm quite sure he will be found guilty in a court of law, and he will be sentenced to a very long time. Does Alabama have the death penalty? Yeah, it does. Alabama has the death penalty, so I would go straight to that if it were up to me. I'm going to wrap things up here. Hopefully I've done a good job in relaying these details to you. Hopefully this has been worthwhile. If so, please do like, comment, subscribe, and take care.